This is a message to Mr. K-Rino, a musician from Texas. You know, he just brought out his new album, and I wrote a message to him. The first part of the message arrived, but the second part, you know, it's uh, the Nazis with the brown Nazi eggs and Nazi hands are actually blocking the second part of the message. Yes. Uh, they don't want that the second part arrive, Mr. K-Rino. Yes. Ah. And what did I write? What did I wrote? Huh? Is that not the reality of how those Nazis see and how they offer what the slaves see? A lot of questions. Do people like Finance Minister Weigel or Setiev, while you are getting blind? We have been declared mentally sick. So Nazis behind computer machines, software torture, and embedded 666 does not exist. They kill the victims. You can smile or help the victims. Und das andere, was ich geschrieben hatte, ja, how to help the victims, organize a team of doctors and organize a team of lawyers who fight against those interim ministers, their computer Nazi crew, and the military wicked coward German Nazi pussy. That's why you need a lawyer team. Yes. You see how the Nazis working, Mr. K-Rino? Huh? Yes. Look. You see, the connection is there. I can do whatever I want. Huh? Yes, it's working. You know? Now I can write something. Huh? I use an image now. Huh? What kind of image should I use? Huh? What about that? You are an artist. What about that image? Huh? No, I am not female. Huh? Theodor Fontane. I use it. You see? Now I'm going to write. Huh? You see what I wrote? Huh? The Nazis block again words to K-Rino. Huh? Yes. You see? sometimes. And the other one, you see, still blocked. So the Nazis also have access to YouTube, to your channel. So the other was sent, you know. They refuse. Because the Nazis, they own the brain, the Nazis own the body, the Nazis execute software programs, yes, inside my body. And like I wrote you, you also made a book, a piece of, where someone get tortured or slipped into coma, you know. In 1996, the Nazis from Germany slipped me into coma. And those Nazis had access to my sleeping cells, you know. They sent so long electricity inside the sleeping cells, till I found myself in coma. Yes. In 2005 again, yes, they torture inside the sleeping cells. That was 5 days and 5 nights. Yes, 2025. Sorry, 2005. You know, they tortured me into a heart attack. They kept me awake again for 5 days and 5 nights. Then I had a heart attack. You know, in the year of 1996, those dirty Nazis shot a machine gun bullet in my head, inside the dreaming cells, and create brain bleeding. I went to the police, you know, but the fucking police threw me out of their police station. They don't let me in. Write it down, make it on paper. Write it down on paper, he said. I asked him, why are you not able to type it down on your typewriter machine? That I have also a protocol that I was here? Yes. No, they didn't let me in. Yes. I never had such dirty police officer in front of me, like that guy. Not let me in. And my hand were shaking. I couldn't write at the moment because of the machine gun bullets the Nazis placed inside my head. So after the police didn't let me in and write it down, yes, I went back to my place, and then I managed to go up in my living room where the shooting happened, you know. And later on I start writing, and it started bleeding out of my left ear. Yes, that was a machine gun bullet the Nazis placed inside my head. And remember, Mr. K-Rino, that was in the year of 1996. They are still terrorizing with the headset Nazi microphone inside my listening cells. At first, this is the acoustic torturing method number 1. Inside the listening cells, terrorizing day and night, using the headset microphone and terrorize inside the listening cells. When I do some things, like now on YouTube, seeing your new presentation about your new album, you see what I'm doing here? This is the second torturing method, because when I see YouTube videos they use the audio inside the original video I see and talk in between, inside the sound, if they don't talk inside the listening cells. This is the second method. And when I listen to music, you know, normal music I got on my handy, or I listen to a Bluetooth box, you know, the Nazis also step inside your music. When I listen to your music, for instance, the Nazis rape your original music and talk in between the sound and terrorize like that. The third method, yes? And when I'm driving in a bus, the bus make noises, and then they push their headset Nazi microphone through the air. It sounds like the bus, the noises of the bus are speaking, you know? This is the fourth method. I live in a small city, yes, in a county. How can you feed a family when you're locked in a county? You know, like that. Precisely like that. And there's a church. And when the church is belling, yes, the church bells are speaking. You know? There's a system called echelon. The fucking Nazi also use computer technology like that to terrorize me through the air. And when you think, when you start, make a playback in the year when the Nazis started, sending videos that self-programmed inside the dreaming cells. That was fucking 39 years ago. And the Nazis don't leave the body. You understand? That's why I say officially, no matter who is the next chancellor, no matter who runs the chancellor, the Nazis, they're doing their own thing. And every 4 years, the fucking defense minister changed. The next defense minister arrived. He also going to be a Nazi, because these computer Nazis are doing this permanently, 24/7. And those Nazis, they started under the time of German Chancellor Dr. Helmut Kohl. Yes, never forget that. This is my life. And it is the Nazis who control the life. You know, like in 1993, when those wicked coward Nazis, 2 years before I went to the police, and I accused them for terrorizing and torturing me into deep sleep. It took between 10 and 15 minutes. I went to the police and I accused unknown people to stimulate me into deep sleep. And when they did that, in 1991, yes, they were already torturing inside the dreaming cells since 87. Yes, and 1991 they stimulate me into deep sleep. That's why I went to the police. I tried to get help by the police and the law enforcement or prosecutor, however you call them, yes, who decide what the police should do or has to do. The prosecutors. They close all the cases. I apply against his decision to close the case. The next prosecutor arrived, and after that the next prosecutor arrived. And the highest prosecutor, he only receives the messages, the emails. They don't investigate. So it means if you are really a victim of embedded things, they kill you. While the other makes a profit. The mass media, like ARD, yes, they were present. The radio worker were present in the year of 1996, when those Nazis sent electricity inside my seeing cells of my left eye and lead the electricity as flowing impulses inside my left pupil. Yes, they sent over each nerve connected to the seeing cells. Yes, they sent inside the seeing cells the electricity, lead the electricity on the seeing nerves and smash from the inside on my left pupil. That happened in 1996. 1 year later, I was visiting some friends, a musician family from Kosovo. They were living in Rotterdam. And when I was there, the first time the Nazis also stimulate a movie they program inside my seeing cells. Yes, and believe me, musician, yes, since Boris Pistorius is chef, boss of those Nazis, they do this daily, torturing me inside my seeing cells. Yes, and what the Nazis did with my right eye, since 3 years, yes, from their Nazi machine, they managed the zoom function of my right eye. Yes, they take everything as close up. Yes, they change my viewing in my right eye. They zoom everything as close as possible from their computer, and then they paralyze the zoom muscles inside my right pupil. Since then, since fucking 3 years, I am blinded. My right eye doesn't see anything. I can read anything, but I see dark and light. And when I see the light, the sun, or a light at my home, I am definitely permanently blinded, because the Nazis zoom and paralyze the zoom function of my right eye. Yes, I don't know what you would do with a fucking Nazi like that. Yes, I wish those Nazis death sentence, believe me, I'm not joking.